On September 2nd of this year, I made a phone call and introduced myself to the executive director of the Franklinton Department of Development person. His name is Jim Sweeney. And I told him that I was a student from Franklin. I was with a student organization called SIFE, explained what my interest was, and we set a meeting date. He, in turn, when the meeting came, invited Trent Smith, who is the Franklinton Board of Trade Director, into the meeting, and over the course of an hour, an idea was hatched. SIFE, with the support of Jim and Trent, would launch a completely new program in the Franklinton area. We would be involved in helping and training individuals to start their own small businesses, and in addition to that, we would also be setting up a community administrative office for them to use. Now, Franklin SIFE, you may not have heard of it before, but we're a student organization here at Franklin, and what we do is we create relationships with businesses and individuals in the surrounding community. We collaborate with those people to come up with projects that have the focus of improving the standard of living and quality of life for individuals. And then the SIFE team, using business concepts, turns those ideas into reality. Ellen Langus Campbell, who is the president of New Soma Communications and a SIFE alumni, had this to say about her experience in SIFE. Little did I know, SIFE was waking up my potential and changing my life. As president of your Franklin chapter, Students in Free Enterprise team, I have something to ask you tonight. What is your potential? How will you recognize it? And how would your life be different if you could really tap into it? I joined SIFE because I believe in their mission, which is basically promoting positive business practices. But what I'm also finding is that it's also the most effective way that I can set myself up for professional success after I graduate. And tonight, I'd like to share with you guys how you can join me in that opportunity. Now, you might be thinking, okay, no time to join anything right now. I'm in school, I'm working. But I'd like you to consider something before you write me off. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the current unemployment rate in Ohio is 10%. According to a 2010 survey conducted by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, if given the choice between two equally qualified candidates, an employer would consider leadership skills and relevant work experience the two qualities that would tip the edge to sway him in favor of one candidate over the other. And another 2010 survey conducted by the same group said that there was an average difference of $7,000 in starting salary between graduates who had internships and those who did not. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't afford to take a low-paying job with a lowly position in order to get some experience in my major. The ability to show initiative, organizational savvy, networking, and presentation skills cannot be mastered in the classroom, and employers know this. So what do? How can you stand out from your colleagues and competition in the workforce? The great thing about SIFE is that any student, regardless of where you are in your level of education, can join SIFE, whether you're a freshman to a graduate student, whether you're a full-time or part-time student, there's a place for you. You also get to choose your level of involvement. You can project lead, or you can just work on a small portion of one project. But either way, you'll be making a difference in people's lives. It was the social responsibility that grabbed my attention, that first made me want to join SIFE. But what I'm finding is that it takes a lot of initiative to go out and contact people, to set up meetings, to assess their needs, to come up with projects, and then to follow them through to completion. Robert Kelly, in his book, How to Be a Star at Work, describes initiative as one of the core qualities of a star performer that sets them apart from an average worker in a workplace. Having initiative not only sets you apart, but it also definitely will impact how a potential employer will view you when you go to interview or in your current job. The benefits of having experience that come now are valuable, I have to admit. But the future benefits of also being involved in SIFE are unparalleled. Robert Kelly, also from the same book, describes networking as another core quality of a star performer at work. And in our overloaded information age, the best way, the fastest way to get the information that you need to know is to know the right people. I got a call a couple of weeks ago from the Young Professionals of Columbus, a group here in Columbus, and they had gotten wind of what the SIFE team was doing in the Franklinton area. And they actually contacted me and said, we really like what you're doing. How can we support SIFE? And as I got to talking with Chad, we started to talk about what they did versus what we do, and it occurred to me that we could pair up professionals with Franklin students for one-on-one mentoring. So you see, if you're a communications major or a finance major, whatever your major is, in school, that's the portion of the project you work on in SIFE. So now we have professionals in the field of your major mentoring you one-on-one and giving you advice through the course of a project. So let me ask you this. By the time you think we're finished with this Franklinton project, which has just begun, how many contacts do you think we'll have made? And don't you think that will make a difference when you go to look for a job or you need a reference from someone? So I want you all to take a moment and imagine yourself. It's your first interview, or maybe an interview for a promotion after you graduate. You've got that diploma finally. And you're sitting there in the room, but outside there's a room full of other people who have also graduated. They've taken the same classes as you. Maybe they have the same GPA or are better than you, right? But what sets you apart is that you'll have proven real-world experience that you've gained through your time with SIFE. So regardless of your experience that you have now, I want you all to know that I've already witnessed all of your potential. I've seen it through the speeches that you've given. I've seen passion, I've seen initiative, I've seen social concern, and I've seen a lot of you share your ability to overcome challenges in your life. So let me ask you, will you tap into that potential? Will you take the first step tonight in making a difference towards your professional success? Our next general meeting is going to be held on Wednesday, December 1st at 5 p.m. And I'd like to personally invite each and every one of you to come and join and find out more. I also have some information with me here tonight that you can take with you if you'd like it. And I'm available to talk after class or any other time that's convenient for you. Thank you.